Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Night Terror's Poison Ivy Issue 1. This is a two-part micro-series from DC Comics in 2023 and ties into the mini-series Night Terrors from DC. Alright, this issue was written by Willow Wilson, pencils by Atagun Illhan, inks by Mark Morales, colors by Arif Prianto, letters by Hassan Otsmane-Elhaou, cover by Jessica Fong, assistant editor Jessica Burby, edited by Ariana Turturro, group editor Ben Abernathy. So we get this long rambling series of caption boxes about dreams and homes and something. Poison Ivy takes a nap and wakes up in a dream world with a insomnia looking sun, and it's very Stepford Wives. Harley Quinn is there and declares her love for Poison Ivy, of course, and makes her a cake with like fingers and eyeballs and stuff in it. Batman's their neighbor who's cooking out, and Selina's there too, but there's something definitely off, obviously, and that's when the real star of these books comes in, and that's Janet from HR, who figures out real quick something's not right here, and she realizes right away that this is very uncanny valley and tries to talk to Poison Ivy, but everybody turns all weird and sinister and gets bug eyes and tries to kill her and stuff. Meanwhile, Poison Ivy's going all in on this. Overall, I think this should have been a book called Janet from HR. It would have been more interesting that way. She was the star of the issue. Pamela is in it for the first quarter of the book, and then it just kind of veers off into being about Janet and what she's doing, and she does most of the plot furtherance, and Poison Ivy just kind of accepts everything. The characters did look sufficiently creepy. The art style did work well for that, and it is kind of nightmare fuel, but it's not really an art style I like a lot, because before people start looking very surreal and uncanny valley, Harley Quinn still looks weird. It looks like her head is too big for her neck most of the time, and the weird Nightwing leaning over washing the car thing was a little disturbing, but overall it was a very simplistic storyline with a lot of pointless talking, which is real common with Willow Wilson. She's very bad with dialogue and rambling on, so this time it's in caption boxes and a lot of talking, and it just really kind of went nowhere a lot. And like I said, this should have been about Janet from HR more than anything, because the entire Pamela storyline could have been just cut from the book. This probably would have been better as a one-shot instead of a two-parter, because from as much extraneous stuff as in here, they could have condensed it down into a single issue. But it does have a very creepy vibe, just like the cover presents. I don't really like the cover. It's a little too busy. The color scheme doesn't really pop out or anything. It all kind of just blurs together, and there's no real focus that way, so I didn't care for the cover that much. It's not badly drawn. It just doesn't seem to have a central focus, and the colors don't help that at all. It's very flat, matte tones, and I don't like that. It should have had some leading lines or something that led to Poison Ivy. Instead, you mostly are looking at the hair on the head on the table, and you don't really notice the heads in the sunflowers, stuff like that. So overall, this was pretty mediocre. I think if it had been about Janet from HR and been a one-shot, it probably would have been a better book. But we'll see if issue 2 could salvage it. Right now, I'd say, like a lot of the others from this Night Terrors thing, it's definitely not worth the $5. Try and get it for $1 or $2, and maybe then you'll get some entertainment value out of it. If you're a huge Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy fan, maybe it'll be worth a couple more bucks, but I doubt it. Yet another miss in these cash grab miniseries. It's not the worst one, but it's definitely not the best. That's gonna do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.